Hey y'all, uh, I trust you're doing well while our social separation is still going on. And so I want to do a chord transitioning, just play along with the chords. Uh, and so because, Virgil, this one's for you since you weren't there, is that on the 3rd fret, your ring finger and pinky finger, we're going to lock those in on the 6th, on the 1st fret, on the 1st string and 2nd string. And then for the G, because we're going to do a simple progression, we're just going to go C, or G, C, and D. So you just leave those 2 fingers locked, and you're only going to move these 2 peace sign fingers, or victory fingers. And you're going to do the G. Let me get my pick. Make sure you're tuned. And then to go C, we're just going to take those 2 fingers, these 2 fingers, going to move them down. Moving them down so that they're on the 5th and 4th string. So they went from 6, 5, 5, 4. And then when we go to D, we're going to put the index finger on the 3rd string. We're not going to use the middle finger. We're just going to play the bottom 4 strings. That's really like a D sus. And this is a C add 9. So we're going to do about 5 minutes, I hope, of the chord transitions. So there's G, and with the C, remember you only strum the bottom 5 strings, or technically the top 5 strings. Don't strum the 6th string on top. And then with D, you're aiming for the bottom 4 strings, but if you pick the 5th string, pick that one up, it's okay, just because it's in the chord. So it'll be okay. You'll also see me at some point probably switching and doing the standard chording that you see in the book, G, C, and since throwing a D7 on you, it's in the book, it's on the same page that D was on. So because if you're going to go from D to G, then D7 is the normal lead in to a C chord, to a G chord, sorry. So you're going to see me using D7 back to G. Here's the strumming pattern we're going to use. It's just going to be a real simple pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you go. You can mute the strings with your left hand. Just mute them and go. You can strum along with me. And here is the metronome at 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I on 60, I'm having trouble going. Okay, that's it. We're gonna find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So the progression is going to be very simple. We're going to do 2 measures of G, 2 measures of C. That's going to be 8 strums or 8 beats. 2 measures of D, and then we'll go back to G for 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures, 2 measures. We're just going to keep going. And so if you're having a little bit of trouble because we're doing 2 measures, what you can do, since you know it's going to be 2 measures, strum the 1st measure with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can lay off strumming for the next 4 beats. Find your C chord, and then when I get to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the same thing with the D. You can, and as you get faster, then you can strum the 1st measure and 2 beats of the next measure, and take 2 beats to make your transition. So you'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Whatever it takes to keep up. So if you're having a little bit of trouble with one of them, You got 2 measures. Take a full measure if you need to make your transition. Take 2 beats if you need to. Take 1 beat, or just stay with me. All right? Because at 60 beats a minute, hopefully this is going to be not too confusing. And so this will be the first one. Next time we do the chord video, we'll increase the beat. We'll increase the metronome. All right? And hopefully I'll be able to hear this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the C. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and D. I think I got it, I don't know. D. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and 1 G. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, 4, and C. I don't know how many I got there. D. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and C. G. 2, 3. Supposed to go to D7. I think I did an extra measure of G. C. Get a booster for that metronome. Okay, so sometimes the wind was, I'm outside as you can tell, and sometimes the wind was blowing louder than the metronome was playing. Hopefully you'll be able to hear everything, and next time I'll bring up my little speaker so I can definitely hear the metronome. I think I was rushing a lot of that. Oh, I'm falling down, just drawing you around. So anyway, hang in there, keep practicing. When we get back together, I'll try to talk to Dave and see if he'd be willing to let us get a couple makeup lessons, because when we come back together, we get a couple makeup lessons, we can see how we're doing, play some songs, answer any questions. But we're going to be moving into pentatonic, and that's soloing. And James, for you, that also means we're up on the neck. Okay, that's what's coming next is pentatonic. We're going to work on the pentatonic scale and doing things up the neck. So we're going to use two shapes. There's 5 different pentatonic shapes, but we're going to work on like 1.5 shapes, and then at the next pentatonic lesson we'll try to add that second shape, so you'll get 2.5 of the pentatonic shapes out of the 5. C, A, G, E, D. Yeah, 5. Okay, had to make sure. So anyway, if y'all need anything, give Sylvia and I a call. We'd be happy to pray for you. And this went way longer than I was expecting, so I'm shutting it down. Bye, y'all.